if you are a business owner in the US, I've got one question for you today. So, have you filed your BOI? I'm sure a number of us might be wondering what that means. Details shortly. Hi everyone, so you're welcome to another episode of Let's Talk Money. Today I will be talking about the new reporting requirements for business owners, which is the BOI. And before I get into the video, let's have a quick disclaimer. Please note that the information I will be sharing today is solely for educational purposes. Please do not treat it as business, finance, advertisement, nor legal advice. So let's get right into it. So what's a BOI? BOI simply means business ownership information. It is that new rule, or like say new business requirements registration for business owners that started in year 2024. A quick background information about this rule. The rule is made under the Corporate Transparency Act, which is the CTA, which happens to be one that is enacted as part of the National Defense Authorization Act for fiscal year 2021. Now, people who are in business are mandated under this law to register or give information about the ownership or the details of the ownership of the businesses. There are rules and ways in which that registration is going to be done, and I'm going to share the process with you during the course of this video. The reasoning behind the creation of this rule and its goal is so as to ensure that monies are not laundered. It's to ensure that finances for business operations are coming through the right means and sources. And so if you happen to be a business owner who has registered business here in the US, or you in a way bring in monies from outside of the US, you are mandated by this law to ensure that you report to the appropriate authorities, which I will share in the coming scenes. So like I said, the goal of this law is primarily to prevent money laundering. We all know that money laundering is a global issue, and every country in a way puts in regulations to tackle money laundering, and also to ensure that monies that businesses use in running their operations are not gotten through means that are against their financial laws. So who is this law for? Largely, and based from the information that I have, it is largely for a lot of businesses. Now, these businesses could be LLCs and also certain corporations. And if you are in doubt as to whether or not this law applies to you or should apply to you, it is best to check with your lawyers or your legal advisors to give you more information about how to go about it. Recall in my last video, I did mention something about the importance of involving your legal personnel or even your professionals in the course of your business. It's also for situations like this, particularly when you are unsure of what to do. So if you are a business owner in the US, whether you are a single-owned LLC, from what I gathered, you have to register for the beneficial ownership information with the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, which is the FinCEN. I'm going to give you details later. Also, there are certain conditions that are attached to this registration requirement. So for instance, if you happen to be an LLC that has been in operation prior to January 1st, 2024, there are certain conditions to you. Additionally, if you have been in an LLC or a business from January 1st, 2024, there's also a condition. So let's get right into it. So there are different registration requirements and the things that you should do when you want to register. For context, you could decide to register. Largely, you would have to register on the FinCEN website. You have to be sure that you're on the right website. You could decide to download the PDF version of the registration documents, or you could decide to fill up the information online. It's pretty simple to register and easy to register, particularly if you wouldn't have any other conditions or commitments. So for me, I found it really easy to do. It took me less than 20 minutes to register the whole process, and after the registration, I was required to download a transcript. It was really easy. So The things to note: if you happen to be an LLC that was formed prior to January 1, 2024, you could, register as an initial reporter. So the whole process is easy. All you need to do is to follow the prompts and ensure that when you do not have, or when you feel confused about something, seek help. It's pretty easy. Additionally, if you happen to be a business registered on or after 1st of January 2024, you are mandated to register within 90 days of your registration. Otherwise, you would have violated the law, and there would be some penalties. I'll discuss the penalties much later. If you happen to be a business that's been in operation prior to January 1, 2024, you have up till the end of the year to register. Otherwise, the penalties will continue to run. Now, after year 2025, as a new business, you have up to 30 days to register. So how do you register? Just simply visit the BOI efiling.fincent.gov website. It's pretty easy. And please remember, this is not any adverts. I'm just sharing my knowledge out there to help someone out there. It's really an easy process to register. Just follow the prompts, follow the information. You might be required to upload certain documents or identifying documents. Do that, and once you are done, you will be directed to download your transcripts. A confirmation email will also be sent to you when that is done. Like I said earlier, it took me less than 20 minutes to have mine registered. Now, what are the penalties for non-registration? $500 per day, or even an amount up to $10,000, or even an imprisonment, and that depends on when you started operation. So if you started operation on the 1st of January this year, your default starts to count from 90 days after your registration of your business, and then all after operations, you started operations. And if you started in anytime before 2024, that starts to count from January 2025. I hope you did find value in this video. Call me Mo. I am a business owner. I share business content from time to time. Thank you so much. I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.